Why is it that humans stand out so remarkably compared to other species? Why our evolution seems driven not by biology, but by the relentless march of invention? It's as if our curiosity is an unstoppable force, making us focus on details, seek control, and claim dominion over the world, and every species within. And yet, despite our monumental achievements, we often undermine our abilities, crediting ancient wonders to extraterrestrial beings. Why? Let's explore the strange, often illogical behaviors that set humans apart, raising the question, are we, in fact, the real aliens? According to scientists, the human species evolved from a common ancestor shared with other primates, following the typical rules of biological evolution for millions of years. But somewhere along the line, something shifted. What if I told you that this shift, marked by the control of fire, the development of language, and the unique behavior of Homo erectus, was the first sign that our species had veered off the traditional evolutionary path? Take fire, for instance. Was it discovered or invented? It's likely that early humans stumbled upon fire in nature, perhaps from a lightning strike. But more significantly, we learned to control it. This was a profound moment. The ability to harness fire wasn't just about warmth or cooking. It was the dawn of manipulating nature to suit our needs, a deviation from how other species survived. While animals adapted to their environments, humans began shaping theirs. And then there's language. The exact origins of language are debated, but by the time Homo erectus roamed the earth, early forms of communication had already begun to evolve. This wasn't just a survival tool, but the foundation of complex thought and shared knowledge. Through language, humans could transmit information across generations, fostering innovation and cooperation at levels never seen before in the animal kingdom. Let's not forget Homo erectus itself, a species whose behavior marks a key turning point. They were the first to display systematic hunting, strategic group living, and likely rudimentary forms of culture. Unlike other animals that survive based on instinct, Homo erectus began to exhibit behaviors that suggest forward thinking and planning. They weren't just responding to the environment, they were actively shaping it, starting a path that would lead to modern humans. So, what does this mean for our evolution? Is it possible that humans were on a predetermined course of advancement, or could there have been external influences? Could the dramatic shifts that set us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom indicate that our DNA had some outside help? What if our journey was nudged along by something, or someone else? A contamination of sorts, perhaps alien in nature? It sounds like science fiction, but when you consider how quickly humans have evolved compared to any other species, it's not that far-fetched. While discovering fire, language, and tool-making set early humans on a unique evolutionary path. What came next marked an even greater leap. Humans began to shift from relying on biological evolution to harnessing the power of technology. Is how technology, not biological evolution, became the driver of human advancement, setting us apart from other species. Have you ever asked yourself why humans don't rely on biological adaptations like animals do? While other species evolved claws, camouflage, or heightened senses, humans evolved something far more transformative: technology. Instead of waiting for nature to strengthen our bodies, we created tools, weapons, and machines. We didn't evolve to be stronger hunters. We invented spears, bows, and eventually guns. And instead of adapting to see better in the dark, we invented fire, lanterns, and electric lights to brighten our world. With the birth of agriculture, humans no longer relied on nature's timing for food. We cultivated it ourselves. We domesticated plants and animals, leading to settled societies. Did we need to evolve for this? No. We adapted our environment instead of waiting for biological changes to shape us. The invention of the wheel, and later complex machinery, replaced the need for physical evolution. Why evolve to travel faster when we could build carts, trains, and cars? Instead of waiting for nature, we built the tools to overcome our physical limitations. At this point, our biological evolution slowed as technology took over. From here on, humanity would advance not by physical change, but through technological innovation. Could we be evolving into beings entirely dependent on technology, rather than nature? Language allowed us to share ideas, but written language allowed us to preserve knowledge across generations. With the invention of the printing press, human society transformed. We no longer had to rely on evolution to pass down traits. We had systems to store and spread information. With technology driving our evolution, we must ask, are we still evolving? Or have we outsourced evolution to our creations? As technology continues to develop, the answer might be surprising. Could we be replacing our biological evolution with something entirely different? While most animals are driven by basic survival instincts, finding food, escaping predators, and reproducing, humans have evolved with entirely different motivations. We are driven by a combination of factors that seem to go beyond mere survival: hunger, laziness, greed, power, status, and curiosity. But is that normal? Or is there something unique about the way humans operate? Animals eat to survive, but humans, we hunger for more than food. We crave luxuries, experiences, and fulfillment beyond basic needs. Think about it. While animals will stop eating once they're full, humans often indulge beyond necessity. Food becomes a symbol of status, comfort, and pleasure. Animals are naturally efficient. They conserve energy for survival. Humans, on the other hand, sometimes embrace laziness, but this laziness often drives us to innovate. Why hunt for food when we can grow it in our backyard? Why travel on foot when we can invent the wheel or build cars and airplanes? Is our laziness just a part of human ingenuity? Animals rarely seek more than they need, but humans, we hoard. We seek wealth, power, and control. Unlike any other species, we constantly strive for more, even at the expense of others. Greed drives us to accumulate, and the quest for power drives innovation, conquest, and sometimes destruction. But is it normal? Or is this a unique trait that sets humans apart from the rest of the animal kingdom? While animals have dominance hierarchies, usually based on strength or survival skills, human societies are a little different. Our status isn't just about physical prowess, it's about wealth, power, and sometimes the most trivial things, like the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or even the number of social media followers you have. It's fascinating when you think about it. This obsession with status goes far beyond what's necessary for survival, pointing to a deeply human trait. And speaking of social status, how about hitting that subscribe button? If you've made it this far, you're probably curious like me, so why not join the conversation? Let's keep diving into these wild ideas together. Don't miss out. Perhaps the most defining human trait is our curiosity. While animals adapt to their surroundings, humans question everything. Why do things work the way they do? What's beyond the next horizon? Our curiosity has led us to create new technologies, explore the depths of the ocean, and even travel into space. Is it normal for a species to seek knowledge just for the sake of knowing? These motivations, hunger, laziness, greed, power, status, and curiosity, aren't typical of survival in the animal kingdom. While some of these traits can be seen in small doses in other species, In humans, they dominate. These drives are the reason we've built civilizations, conquered lands, and invented technologies that have reshaped the world. The Industrial Revolution was like hitting the fast-forward button on human progress. Before this, technological advancements were relatively slow. Tools, fire, and agriculture took thousands of years to develop. But once steam engines and factories came into play, everything changed. In just a few centuries, we've gone from horse-drawn carriages to self-driving cars, from the telegraph to the internet. And now we're on the brink of artificial intelligence and space exploration. Think about it. Humans have evolved more in the last 200 years technologically than in the previous 200,000 years biologically. And this acceleration shows no signs of slowing down. Imagine what's next. Space colonization, quantum computing, or even technologies we can't yet fathom. It makes you wonder, if our evolution was purely biological, wouldn't we have developed bodies that are more accident-resistant by now? Instead, it's our technology that's evolving to shield us from the limitations of our physical forms. One thing's clear: human evolution is technological. It's not our biology, but our inventions that will shape our future. If there were a theory suggesting that the human genome arrived on Earth via an asteroid, I might just believe it. The way we've evolved, it feels like we've transcended what we typically think of as earthly. Our capacity to innovate is astonishing. On one hand, we invent for the greater good, curing diseases, building cities, and even exploring the farthest reaches of space. On the other hand, we create technologies that can destroy entire civilizations, wage wars, and damage the planet. This paradox is perplexing. We excel in the most complex, futuristic endeavors, like sending spacecraft to the edge of the solar system, but struggle to solve fundamental, seemingly straightforward problems, like slowing down global warming or providing clean water to everyone. It makes you wonder, who are we, really? We're a species with the power to shape worlds and the wisdom to understand our impact, yet we continue down paths that often seem self-destructive. Are we simply flawed beings? Or could there be something deeper in our nature that drives us to this duality? We are simultaneously creators and destroyers, explorers and exploiters. This duality makes me question, could we be more alien than we think? What if our extraordinary capacity for both greatness and destruction is what truly sets us apart? Thanks for watching, and remember, the answers may be more complex than we imagine. If you enjoyed this exploration of our unique place in the universe, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's keep asking the big questions together.